Do you visit him in America or comes he to Norway?
He comes to Norway every summer because he has a house close to where my parents live. We all three live in the same area actually. So every summer he comes and the whole family spend all summer here and spend time with the family and endless tennis playing and barbecues and my nephew comes often with me to my cabin in Sweden and we play tennis there. We used to do it. Now it's too good. Yes, so and from time to time, now in the last couple of years he's been here, and when he's touring again we see more. So that's very nice, and from time to time I go to see him in the States. I should do this more often, but yeah.
Well, Bernadette from Belgium, I have a question to know. Maybe you can give a little explanation about the passion of Paul for music, how it began, how it has begun, and after that how it grew. Maybe it's a family affair, I don't know. I would like to know how it came. Thank you.
Well, there was a big interview with Paul in something called Our Magazine, which is a magazine that comes out every Friday with a big newspaper, Aftenposten. And he told in that interview that he was so into music when he was little. He went up to where we lived, up to the shopping center. I didn't know this, and he was standing outside a pretty dodgy local restaurant, just people sitting there and filing down beer, I think, and just to listen through the door to hear real instruments, live instruments. So when he first started to be interested in playing drums, my father took home, he works in the pharmaceutical industry, so they had these huge boxes made out of cardboard, which they delivered different things to put into tablets and stuff. And they went home and he made that into a drum set before he was actually able to buy one of his own. I'm not so sure. We lived in a row house thing, and the neighbors were next door to his room, and there's a boy having a drum set in the bedroom. So, and one time I remember he was sitting drumming directly on the wall. And it didn't sound like much. I was there, we were just talking, and he was drumming away, and then suddenly there's a ding dong on the door, and there's this man in the next door house, and he says, "Don't drum on the wall," right? Wallet problem. So he describes it himself so passionate. He's always, it sounds so romantic, but Lorna said something about that, and if you live with it 24/7, the strumming of a guitar can turn into but he's always doing it. And whenever he goes away and I attend to his house, and there's always the guitar room that has to be a certain temperature, and so we have to go in there and check all the little guitars hanging on the wall at the right temperature, and the guitar nursery. So yeah, he's a musical man. Ooh, that'd be a nice question to answer. I have no idea. But you know, he has guitars here and in Brooklyn where he lives, and he has a few.
Right, so yeah, sorry. Actually, it was I'm here. Alexandre from France, and now in Holland. She was faster than me, so she asked you the question, but that's all right. But my question is, what is your favorite AHA song? It's not a silly question.
I was sure someone was going to ask me that, so I've been listening to so many AHA CDs since quite a while.
Let's say, which album?
Which album?
Yeah.
Album. You know, it's course, it's, had this been 2 years ago, I'm sure I would have said Scandal Days. Yeah. This is such a complete album, and all through it, it's the songs are just this sheer brilliance. And but you know, yesterday I was sitting home and doodling away on my iPad, and I listened to Memorial Beach. It is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. And this morning, when I was tripping around very nervously around my living room, and my husband was trying to do the tax report, because it has to be handed in, you know, by tonight. Then I played Minor Earth, and wow, Little Black Heart. I haven't listened to that song. It's so many songs. I can't believe how many songs there are. They could. I was blogging. I started blogging. I made 5 blog.
So we can say there is an album for each season.
Yeah, sure. But they could have a concert each night for forever and change the. But you know, so this is technically they could. Oh, sorry.
They could take turns in singing like they do now.
Yeah. That's a good thing they're doing that. It was such a. I was at the Frankfurt concert. It was a great experience. I love them. They sing along.
It's Lisa from the UK, and I saw them in Birmingham, and likewise was not happy to see the critics that came out after the Birmingham concert. Incidentally, our guide dogs were sat in a room at the back, so whether they heard any of the concert, I don't know. But this is, I've come to 3 of our fan conventions now, and each one overwhelmed me. So this isn't really a question. But it's more a couple of thank yous because you're the closest I think I ever get to meeting your brother. Because as a disabled person we have to plan so many things that you can't alter things at the last minute to take account of meet and greets, unfortunately. But 2 things.